Hi everyone, welcome back to Retirement Unmasked. Today we want to talk to you about something we don't often think about when it comes to money, the emotions behind it.
Yep.
Because money isn't just dollars and cents, it carries feelings with it, and those feelings change throughout our lives. In the next few minutes, you'll walk away with two things:
Two.
the top emotions that drive most money decisions and how to recognize them in your own life. A simple tool you can use the next time money emotions take over so you can pause, reset, and make choices that line up with your goals, not just your feelings in the moment.
Yes, April and I are certainly not financial gurus. We're not living the lifestyles of the rich and famous. We're a middle of the road public safety couple in our late 50s, figuring this out just like you are. We've been through student debt, mortgages, raising 5 kids, trying to afford a decent vacation once a year, now caring for elderly parents, and planning for retirement. We've felt every single one of those emotions about money, and we know how powerful they can be. That's why we just want to spend a few minutes talking about the emotions behind money, so you can understand your own patterns and maybe even find some peace in the process. So just think back to when you were a kid. How your parents treated money helped form your emotions. We didn't talk about money in my family. I had no idea growing up if we were rich or poor, somewhere in the middle. There was no social media. We pretty much stayed in our own little neighborhood. We only had 2 pairs of shoes per kid, dress shoes and sneakers.
Wow.
I wore hand-me-downs from my 2 older brothers, and that was not up for debate or complaint. High waters, shoes too big that I looked like a clown, or shoes too tight that I had cramped feet. I was the hand-me-down king of Mill Creek Town Elementary School. Maybe you got an allowance growing up for mowing the lawn, weeding the garden, or you had a paper route like I did, or like April, she babysat as a kid. And you were able to save up for a doll, baseball cards, maybe something really big like roller skates, or a Red Ryder BB gun. That feeling you had when you finally bought that item, man, there was pride, there was joy, there was accomplishment, and for many of us, that was our very first emotion of money.
Thinking about one of my strongest emotions about money was, well, we had none. Friends and parishioners often left groceries secretly for us on the front porch. My mom sewed our clothes for us mostly, and they were not fashionable. Check out this outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Fast forward to my teenage years, I got my first babysitting job in our neighborhood. That $20 in cash in 1981 felt amazing. It wasn't my parents' money anymore, it was finally mine. Now, at this age, you likely still lived at your home, and your parents bought the groceries, paid the utilities, and put a roof over your head. But those first few beginning jobs, you were getting a taste of different emotion about money, independence.
Yep, independence.
And with that came choices. Do you spend money foolishly? Do you save? Do you balance your emotions? We have taught our kids to spend some, save some, and give some. Either way, you started to connect money with independence and identity.
Absolutely. So then you travel into your young adulthood. Now you're out from under your parents' umbrella,
Hopefully.
hopefully. For many of us, that meant very little money and barely making it, paycheck to paycheck. As a police officer, I wanted my own apartment. So I went looking, and the woman at the apartment rental place told me that I actually qualified for government assistance. Man, my pride took a beating that day, but it was game on. My emotion was, heck no. So I started saving for better housing. 2 years later, bought my first townhouse. At this stage, we were all probably working 2, even 3 jobs to make ends meet.
I was.
For many of us, these years helped us develop our work ethic, but the emotions shift. For me and money, it changed into stress, worry, even fear. The subject of money in this season often felt very heavy for me. So we're about halfway into this video. What was your most memorable emotional money moment? Please drop it in the comments and let us know. We would love to hear from you.
Well, then life really ramps up. Marriage, mortgage, kids, for us, 5 kids.
Yeah.
Somehow we found time for some other emotions, and it didn't have a thing to do about money. Heck, back then we were worried we couldn't even afford our honeymoon. Michael was working overtime every day or night, depending on his shift, to hopefully have a little Christmas money by December. So we were all working hard, trying to make ends meet, and money became less about ourselves and more about the family. Retirement was something old people did.
Yeah.
And we didn't think we would ever be old.
We won't.
And here we are.
We are.
The emotions here: responsibility, sacrifice, worry, doubt. Shame at times, as we could not afford some things other couples in our neighborhood could. Money was frustrating to us.
Yeah.
But real talk about a cop's family, there was money conflict. We never had a loud, crazy argument per se,
No.
but we did have conflicting views. Michael is a saver. He isn't cheap. Well, sometimes he is.
I'm not cheap.
But he saves. He's a saver. I am a spender, or at least I was, but now I see the value of saving and being goal-oriented. Back then, the blurry years of kids and working nearly 16 hours a day,
Yeah.
we realized our emotions, and most fights over money revolve around security, control, trust, and fear. Over time, tension about overspending and debt were impacting our relationship. We will talk about our fix for these emotional moments in a whole other episode
Oh gosh.
that'll be much longer.
That makes me nervous. Eventually, you hit your 40s and your 50s. And one of the biggest raises in income you'll ever get is when your kids start adulting and they get off
your
the payroll.
payroll.
We tell them that all the time. But they still need you. They rely on your wisdom, your life experience, and let's be honest, your money at times. These are likely your highest earning years, and that's when you can hopefully start to breathe a little bit easier. Except now you have to think about things like weddings, health expenses, how long until a new car purchase is needed. You are in a sandwich generation, so you're managing new and old emotions about money. The mortgage might possibly be paid off.
Finally.
Saving feels possible. We got a sense of accomplishment and reward for all those years of struggle. But you, like us, have experienced the loss of people who are very near and dear to you. And so, for us, our own mortality becomes real. And we start to focus on the power of money. It can mean freedom from some things, like working every day and stress, and into other things, like retirement, travel, things that you really want to enjoy.
As retirement gets closer, the emotions shift again. We started a YouTube channel since we needed help and structure both, processing this money shift. We hope this information on our channel helps you also. For us, there's pride that somehow, after all the ups and downs, we've built a decent nest egg. We sold my power wash business this year and gave up money for more time together.
I'm so happy we sold that business.
But there's also that nagging question: do I have enough money saved yet? Money emotions for us now are pride and uncertainty. Even after decades of saving, there's still some concern and worry. Inflation is real. Stuff happens. Money doesn't solve all the problems, but having it makes it a little easier. They say money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy a pontoon boat, and that would make me very happy to use it for quality time with family and friends.
So that's about the third video you've mentioned the pontoon boat. So, listeners, we're going to start a GoFundMe page for April's pontoon boat. Make sure you contribute.
Well, it's going to be a coin jar, not a GoFundMe, but that's in the next episode.
Next episode. But here's where we are hoping to land real soon. Retirement. Money matters, yes, but retirement success is about so much more than money. Most importantly for us, true wealth is in our faith and our relationships with loved ones.
Absolutely.
The emotions of money will follow you your whole life, but the things that matter most, they really aren't money at all for us.
So here is a 2-step tool we have been using in the past 6 to 9 months, and it helps us manage the emotions of money. Step number 1, Pause to name the emotion before a major decision. Give yourself a moment to reset the emotion if it's coming from a place of stress and struggle. Step number 2, ask yourself this question: does this choice move me closer to my goals or away from them? You may experience this when buying clothing, going out to dinner, or gift buying, and you have to balance it. If you have to put it on a credit card and not pay for it right away, it is moving you away from your goals. Me going to Home Goods for more unnecessary holiday decor is moving away from my goals. Those dollars add up quickly. So as you think about your own retirement journey, don't just focus on the numbers, although that is needed. Focus on the people and values that make the numbers really worth something. Where are you in your emotional journey with money? Throw us a comment and let's start a conversation. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this message helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video from your YouTube account so others can also think deeper about the emotions of money. As always, here's to a week filled with new adventures, cherished memories, and boundless joy.
Thanks for watching.